This video is sponsored by Alcid eHomes, whose mission it is to accelerate the advent of sustainable, healthy living systems around the world. Hi and welcome to Best in Tesla News episode 77. I am still on holiday on road trip with my family here around in Europe, so you will get me very raw from Italy, Simeone, with background noise and everything. But we have a lot of great news to go through, so let's dive right in.
Let's put our living stereo stylus in this groove.
Volkswagen reveals their ID6 Cross for the Chinese market. And it's a big car. It looks like just a bigger version of the ID4. And it will have a huge battery of 84 kilowatt hours. But it will unfortunately not have a huge range, only 565 kilometers NEDC. Not even damn close, so that would transfer to about 270 to 280 miles EPA. It will, as the ID4, not be very fun to drive, 0 to 100 in just over 9 seconds, top speed 160. They should get a version that can do a 0 to 60 in just 6.6 seconds. They don't really say anything about the charging speed. And I have not been able to find anything about it, so I guess it will just have the same thing as the ID4 with only 150 kilowatt. So not very fast, especially not with that big battery with only 280 miles of range. So you will not get a lot of miles per kilowatt hour you have to charge, and there's a lot of kilowatt hours to charge. But as we have seen, the Chinese don't really want the ID4 because of the lack of smart features and bad software, and this is of course just a copy of the ID4 and the ID3. So I don't really expect this one to do much better in China than the ID4. But Volkswagen will get another model out, pretty much just a clone of the ID4, just a little bit bigger. So I must say, it is not a car I'm very excited about. It doesn't really do anything for me. I am a family guy, but I don't like huge Tupperware boxes of these family SUVs. But that is just me, of course. But we will see how it will do in the world's biggest EV market. Hopefully better than the ID4. Volkswagen did sell 2,900 ID4s in June, so compared to Tesla that sold 28,000 cars, they still have a long way to go to beat Tesla in EV sales in the biggest car market in the world. And beating Tesla is one thing, but just getting to Volkswagen's own target is another. Volkswagen's communication manager confirmed the object for the ID4 in China in 2021 is 100,000 units sold. And they have sold 3,227 in the first half of 2021. So only 96,773 to go. Good luck. And Tesla is already over that target with their EV sales in China. As we can see here, they are number 1 and number 2 on the list of premium electric cars. And yes, as I just made a whole video about, the Chinese EV startups are doing better than the legacy automakers in China. And again, combine the sales of everyone on this list and we will end up with 61,146. Not enough to beat the sales of the Tesla Model 3. And Volkswagen has in total sold on a global scale 171,000 EVs in the first half of 2021. So Tesla sales sold more EVs in just Q1, the lowest quarter of the year, than Volkswagen has done in the first half of the year. So are there still people who believe that Volkswagen would beat Tesla in 2021? Well, so far they are not even close. And if we look at the sales in China for the first half of 2021, including June, Tesla is still sitting really well at the top after the little shoebox of the car, the Wuling Mini EV. And the rest of the list is Chinese cars. No Western legacy automaker in the top 20 yet. Only Tesla in the top 20 list in the biggest car market in the world that is switching fast to EVs. But Tesla's Model 3 was actually number 5 in June in China. ICE or BEV or NEV as they call them in China. So Tesla is even beating the legacy automakers' ICE sales with their EV sales. Ouch. And we have a little more news about the grill. We know BMW believes they will be making ICE car for the next 30 years, and now we know that their new EVs like the i4 don't have a frunk. I know this is kind of a minor deal, but this is, in my opinion, much bigger a deal than BMW thinks, because this is a feature that the Chinese people have been asking about when they came to see the ID4, and no one of the ID products has a frunk. And sure, it's a small detail, but if you can get a car that has a frunk and has a better range and faster charging speed and is faster and more fun to drive and is cheaper, wouldn't you get that car instead? Because this is the case of the BMW. You have to pay more than the Model Y, but you will get less range, less charging speed, less acceleration, 230 liters less cargo space in the trunk, and the Model Y have an additional 125 liters in the frunk that the BMW doesn't have. So about 355 liters less cargo space as well, and this is more expensive. I don't think this car will do very well in China either, compared to a Tesla or even NIO or Xpeng's cars. Again, just like the Volkswagen car, it is just not smart enough. BMW even said, "I have driven cars for my whole life without a frunk and I managed okay." Yes, before the iPhone I managed without a smartphone and it did just fine. Well, see how you would do without a smartphone today. And if you see the advertisement for the i4, you again will see BMW talking like they are Tesla and there is no planet B and they are here to save the world from all these ICE cars. It just sits so bad with me. They could have made a million different commercials talking about how great the car is, but no, they had to show they are saving the world with their electric cars. And knowing they sold 28,000 electric cars in 2020, while they sold 2.3 million polluting ICE cars, and want to continue selling them for the next 30 years. Sorry BMW, you are not saving anything. Not even yourself. And Troy, Tesla heard that Tesla will start with Cybertruck production at Giga, Texas, and not the Model Y, making sense with the huge amount of pre-orders, and Tesla did get the extra assembly lineup in Fremont that they want to make permanent, so maybe that is because they want to get started with the Cybertruck and then continue the Model Y in Fremont a little longer and get this beast going in Texas and just get this crazy truck into the world. I kinda hope so, but nothing is of course certain, this is just a rumor. And Elon just confirmed that Tesla superchargers will be open to other EVs this year. That was faster than I expected. I do hope they will get a lot of benefits for doing this and earn a lot of money by doing this, because Tesla has all by themselves built out this great charging network when no one else wanted to help out. But this will definitely give Tesla a crazy amount of goodwill. And Tesla does not make advertising, but this will be great advertising for Tesla when all the other EV owners will go to Tesla superchargers to charge and see that Teslas can charge with 250 kilowatt, and if they come with their ID4 or the Mach-E and finds out that they can only charge with 150 kilowatt, and all of the others have to use an app and pay even more, and Tesla just plug in and that's it, and it will be cheaper. So this could be a very good thing for Tesla in general, because more EV owners will learn just how much better it is having a Tesla compared to a Mach-E or the other EVs. And Elon did also tweet earlier about a massive increase coming in the charging network. I made a whole video about this, so go check that one out. But I do think Tesla will make a big leap forward in getting the charging network to grow as fast as their fleet of Teslas. So I do hope they are not going to open it up before they make this big increase in the charging network, so Tesla charging stations don't get too crowded. But if you want to learn more, as I said, I made a whole video about this, and Dr. Know-It-All has also just made a video about Tesla opening up their network, so you can also go check that one out. I will leave a link in the description below. And we see more and more great videos about full self-driving beta testers, and one of them is Guiley from Hyperchange, and he did drive through Capitol Hill in Seattle to get a sandwich, and his car did the drive there and back with 0 interventions. And Homar's Catalog made another great video about his drive through San Francisco, where the car exiting a parking lot at Fort Baker's, navigating to the highway, crossing the Golden Gate Bridge, exiting the highway again, driving through San Francisco and entering a parking lot. And the crazy thing is, no one else can do this, and Tesla is using only cameras, and all the other so-called advanced cars brag about their 31 very expensive sensors. Yes, less is more. No part is the best part, and data is king. And Tesla just made a move to get even more people to get full self-driving in the car by making the subscription we have been talking about before, and the price will be $199 per month. So they probably hope more will jump on this that did not buy the full self-driving package. Also because the full self-driving stays with the car, so going forward I think it makes more sense to just get the subscription. And Sawyer tweeted that he has been told that Tesla has reduced the cost of the Hardware 3 upgrade to enable full self-driving for monthly full self-driving subscribers from $1,500 to just $1,000. If you already paid the $1,500, you will be refunded the $500. So Tesla is still making a lot of big moves to get even more data from their ever-growing fleet of cars. And Tesla revealed in a patent for getting the lithium from the clay using pretty much only salt, without destroying the clay and doing any damage, making it a low cost and environmentally friendly. And remember, Tesla has got the permission to a big land of 10,000 acres in Nevada with lithium clay, where Tesla will mine. Yes, Tesla will mine lithium like no other car maker, and they will do it in a better way than any other mining companies. And if you want to make a deep dive into this, I can highly recommend The Limiting Factor's great videos where he dives into the patent and how Tesla will do this. I will leave a link to the video below. And we have just passed the 1-year date from when Tesla broke ground at Giga, Texas, and Tesla is accelerating hiring effort for the 4680 battery cell manufacturing at Austin, Texas too. So that's very exciting. And just take a look at this place where they broke ground 1 year ago. And as you can see, they worked night and day to get this big factory done. And Tesla just started their virtual power plant in California. So now it's not just a little city in Australia where they are testing anymore. Now it is the state of California. They have made it possible for you that has a Powerwall to be part of a virtual power plant and earn a decent amount of money for helping out the grid. And you will hardly notice it, as Zach from Now You Know told in a new video they just made, because he has been part of some kind of system like this in the state he lived for a while, but never really noticed them taking power from his battery, but he did earn like $2,000 last summer for it. And now Tesla is ready to scale it up big time, and everyone with a Powerwall can just turn it on with the flick of a button. And now suddenly California has a new power plant that they didn't have to build, runs on renewable energy, and is cheaper and better than a normal power plant. This is in my opinion a very big deal. So far it has been mostly just in the testing state, but now they will show this in real life in the big state of California, and showing how good this will be for the grid and for the people who's part of it, making electricity cleaner, better, and cheaper. And the rest of the world can see just how great this will work. Just as we saw with the Hornsdale power plant was a great showcase of the big battery power plant, and that it paid itself off in just 2 years, and now we see these big batteries being installed all over the world. And now Tesla will do this once again but just with a virtual power plant. Many people will not get how important this will be in the future, but it will become huge. Just as Elon tweeted back to whole Mars catalog, this will become very important over time. Oh yes, indeed. And if you want to make a deep dive into this, Zach and Jesse from Now You Know just made a big video diving in deep on this topic, and I can highly recommend you go check that video out. I will leave a link in the description. And Tesla did secure even more nickel from a big player in Australia. BHP's Nickel West division will supply nickel from its mine in West Australia. The two companies also agreed to work together to improve the resilience of the battery supply chain and identify ways to reduce carbon emission from their respective energy storage operations in conjunction with renewables. So cool. The amount of materials they will be supplying to Tesla under this deal was not disclosed. Industry analyst Benchmark Minerals estimates the deal with Tesla could be worth up to 18,000 tons of nickel annually. Again, Tesla is buying the material, not the batteries, like every other OEM is doing. Tesla is just 10 steps ahead of everyone else when it comes to making sure they will be able to produce the batteries they need. And GM has to recall the Bolt yet again because of fire risk. Not so good. And Dr. Know-It-All had a friend that has the Bolt that has been to the dealers now 3 times. But Elon pointed out it is better than the ICE cars. He tweeted, "Large pouch cells undergo significant volumetric changes at high states of charge. Even so, fire risk is probably less than gasoline cars. There are over 200,000 combustion engine cars fired every year in the US alone. It is literally in the name. And it's not just me that is driving around Austria in the mountains. So is Tesla. Tadeusz from Andea.com sent me these pictures of the Tesla Model Y being tested in the mountains in Austria. And as you can see, there is a lot of sensors and computers in the car, and it says braking test on the back. But what are they testing? The Model Y has been out for over a year, both in the US and China. Is it just something for the European regulation they have to do or something? Or are they maybe out testing the new batteries in the Model Y? If anyone knows anything about these processes, please let me know in the comments below. And SpaceX did their first fire test of the Super Heavy booster. Yes, that is just a booster. They will put a rocket on top of that rocket. Nuts. And then this crazy rocket will be able to launch about 400 Starlink satellites at a time instead of the 60 they are doing now. And speaking of Starlink, we have just got some great reviews from users all around the world, and here's just one from Germany that already experienced 340 megabits per second download speed. Man, this is going to take over the world. And let's squeeze in the last short news topics into this news show. Yes, it's time for the Tesla Shorts. Yes, Tesla is the most searched luxury car brand in Europe. Nothing we can do much speculation about, but nice to see all the interest there is in Tesla in Europe. And Tesla sold off parts of Maxwell technology, the part about the ultra capacitor. Elon don't think they will need it in the future. And Elon was part of an interview about cryptocurrency and told that Tesla and SpaceX both have Bitcoins, and Elon himself has Bitcoin, Doge and Ethanol, and that Tesla is not done with putting money into crypto. As he said, here in Europe they are getting negative interest rate. It is quite annoying to see your bank balance drop in real time. This is insane. We definitely move that into Bitcoin. And we saw yet another Tesla helping out its owners out of a flood in China. Tesla is saving lives in so many ways. And speaking of flood, we have had some very big floods here in Europe, and Tesla of course has been out helping, providing free superchargers for all Teslas in the area, and SpaceX helped with providing Starlink internet to the flooded areas in Germany. And Elon tweeted about getting Tesla to India this week. We want to do so, but import duties are the highest in the world by far of any large countries. Moreover, clean energy vehicles are treated the same way as diesel or petrol, which does not seem entirely consistent with the climate goals of India. And Mercedes-Benz government just announced they will change their target for all electric to 2030. So Mercedes-Benz is now targeting to be all electric by 2030. Nice. And BMW still believes they will sell ICE cars for another 20 years after that. BMW, I'm still in shock. Mercedes-Benz did troll Tesla a bit, but Mercedes, don't do that when you only sold less than 50,000 BEVs in 2020 and 2.5 million ICE cars. Sorry, but you are not even competition for Tesla. Not even a little bit. Tesla Model S Plaid achieved a 1.99 seconds 0 to 60 time with no prep on the street, done by Drag Time's YouTube channel. Nice. And we got some rumors about Tesla Semi is starting production. In very low volume of course, but nothing confirmed yet, but very exciting if it's true. And we see more great showcases of Volkswagen's superior software skills. The navigation shows gas stations instead of charging stations. Brilliant. And remember, Tesla will hold their earnings call tomorrow. And let's end off with a bit of fun. Take a look at this guy trying the Plaid's crazy acceleration for the first time. Look at the fear in his eyes that turns into joy and the Tesla smile.
Scary.
Okay, okay, here we go. Okay, and...
Holy God! Dude, I love that the cars next to us started taking off, and then we just warp speeded up. My vision got blurry, dude. The speed which we passed that truck next to us. Holy crap! Oh my God! You know, they had to have just been like, what the f?
That is all we have time for in this news show. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to hit that like button. It really helps this video out a lot. And if you did like it, maybe you want to consider hitting that subscribe button and notification bell so you don't miss out on future videos just like this one.
If you're already a subscriber, thank you so much for your support, and if you want to support the channel even more, remember you can, for as little as $1, become a patron of this channel and get your shout out on this show. You can also become a member of the YouTube channel to get a shout out and some extra perks. Hit the members button to find out more. And don't forget to follow me on Twitter. I tweet all the news as it comes out and more. And check out the merch store to get some merchandise and support the show. Now it's also possible to support the show without buying anything, becoming a member or a patron. There is a link to donation options in the show notes. But going forward, I will be making more videos for patrons and members only, so don't miss out.
And thank you for watching. And until next time, take care out there and be nice.